know what it takes to get married? Will you give your daughter to a 21-year-old young man?
Somebody is 50 years old, is not married, and even when he get married, after 2 days he divorces. Somebody is 70 years can get married and stay in marriage. It's not the age that determines your maturity. It's the experience of life that determines your maturity.
My name is Chijoke. I'm 21 years old. And I'm having this issue with my mom over me getting married at this age, with my high desire to get married by this age. So she's also saying that I'm too young to get married by this time. Me being full in my mind, also I've decided to get married by this age due to the circumstances and me being myself, knowing what I can do, knowing what I can control, knowing that I've come to the age of being able to take charge of some things, take control of some of my family things. I also believe that with the jobs I have, I can also take care of a family.
It's okay. That's is a good one. You heard what he said. Was it he wants to get married? That's what he's saying, and he believes he's of age. But I think the main challenge there is the mother doesn't want him to get married, and considering his age, I think that's the main challenge.
Main challenge there. Every reasonable mother that I know of, there's no way they will agree for their 20-year-old, 21-year-old son, even 22-year-old son to get married. I think so far the youngest person I've seen, there are people younger who have gotten married though, but the youngest person I've seen get married in their 20s was 24. And somehow he says no correct throughout the early stage of the marriage. He even started regretting why he got married early. But a lot of people have come out with testimonies of turning out very well in their marriages because they got married early. But my challenge right now is with Chijoke himself. You were during your introduction, you were saying you believe in your heart that you are ready. Do you know what it takes to get married? Do you have you prepared yourself for the process of marriage? Marriage don't be girlfriend and boyfriend though. Marriage don't be girlfriend. Don't let anybody deceive you. Marriage don't be boyfriend and girlfriend. So have you prepared your mind now? Say you are ready to go through the emotional demands, the psychological demand, because all I can see from you like this now, so as a young man, I can see that probably you are financially okay, but there is more to marriage than just having finances. So I even want to ask you better, because I didn't feel for your mama, because I'm sure there's something that she must have seen for her to say, I'm not ready to let you go. Okay, first of all, do you live on your own or you live with your parents?
I live in a place. I live on my own.
Okay, you live on your own?
Yes.
Okay. And somehow she still believes that you cannot be independent enough to have a wife. Does she know your girlfriend?
Yes.
She knows your girlfriend?
Yes.
Your girlfriend comes to the house,
yes.
And mom has accepted her as your girlfriend normally.
Yes.
They flow together. So why is she now all of a sudden say that she doesn't want you people to get married?
Because she still seeing me as an underage.
I don't know what
No, I think what you said, let me start like this. Sometimes we don't think getting married, most times we tend to make drama out of it. I don't think 21 years old is very young to get married. I remember when I know your dad or your parents, your granddad, I know when they got married.
Yes.
Then it's just when you get to an acceptable age, even 16, 17, 18, you married, you understand? So I don't think that age is the challenge, you understand? So I think at 21 years, if he's financially stable and he's doing something as he's gotten to that stage to take up that responsibility, I don't think anything.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
We should be asking the mother, not this young man.
Will you give your daughter to a 21-year-old young man?
To 21-year-old man?
Yes. Will you give your daughter to a 21-year-old
why
young man?
not?
You will do that?
Why? Yes, if the young man is okay.
I can't
no, you are taking no. This is you are.
The 21-year-old. See, he's as I'm concerned, because women grow faster than men. So because the brain of a woman processes faster than a man, you will see a 16-year-old young girl who is even smarter than a 20-year-old boy because of the formation of their mental structure by nature. By nature. So, as far as I'm concerned, a 21-year-old girl, with all due respect, all right, is not so far from being a 17-year-old boy. To me personally, because you are still, as far as I'm concerned, you still have a lot of excitement. There are a lot of excitements out there that want to trigger more flex, more date. Me and my guys. Can you sacrifice your friends for your girlfriend? No. If your friends come out now say, guy Chijoke, oh yeah, now more go ball, because you be as I looking at you be like baller. So I say more go ball, and meanwhile your girlfriend is having menstrual cramps and she needs you to help her get pad from somewhere because she cannot move. Will you sacrifice that? Don't you suggest to her, say, call your sister or call this person, make help you get this in now? I'm going to hang out with my friends.
Let me start like you were asking a question if I could give my daughter to a 21-year-old young man. Yes. All I need to do is for me to appraise that individual. Let me correct something. Most times when we talk about experience, somebody's old enough. Most time, age is not a yardstick for experience or being matured.
Very true.
What makes you matured is the level of experience you pass through in life. That's what makes you mature. The level of responsibility you're willing to take. If the young man that is 21-year-old said he's ready to go into marriage, so what stops you? It's just for you to ask the basic questions. If he's intelligent, if he's emotionally matured, if he's financially matured, if he's ready to take on responsibility. Those are the things you should, but those are the things you should ask. Not that he's 21-year-old and so he's not ready to get married. Now the question remains like this: why do you think the mother doesn't want him to get married? A lot of things might come in. It might not be because of his not being able to get married, not ready for marriage. Maybe the mother is still saying him, doesn't want him to get married. The mother doesn't want him to leave the house. Maybe he's the only son. These are the questions you should ask. You should ask questions bordering on marriage. Is this person truly mature? Those are the questions we should ask. Not that he's 21 years and so want to discard him, want to throw him away. You're talking about, see, if an 18-year-old girl is very smart, smartness and marriage, they are not the same thing. That is very smart does not mean he's going to be a success. The person is going to be a successful wife.
Very true.
Correct.
Yeah, very true.
We should be looking at other things. Why is it, like he said, the mother doesn't want him to get married because the mother thinks he is still very young. But it's left for us
I agree with the mom. I strongly agree with the mom that he's still very, very young.
21. The mother that we are talking about, did you ask the mother when the mother got married?
See, those times are now two different times. Those times are now two different times.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, see,
and that is why we are going, because we think we know all, and that is why we're having the problem we're having in our relationship. Somebody is 50 years old, is not married, and even when he get married, after 2 days he divorces. Somebody is 70 years can get married and stay in marriage. It's not the age that determines your maturity. It's the experience of life that determines your maturity.
My concern now is that at his age, he hasn't actually really gone through life to have that experience that it takes to persevere, to be understanding, to endure. Do you understand? Because whether there's money or no money, one of the fundamental things in marriage is perseverance, or tolerance. Because the person you are dating right now is a different person altogether when you get married. Because whether we like it or not, in relationships, people fake a lot of things. People act. The person might be romantic now, smiling, taking everything that is coming her way. Meanwhile, when you marry, like, she go talk to digress, or you go change her for you. If you do any, if you talk once, you don't talk 11.
When that time comes,
will you not do
when that time
you
comes,
will not start confiding in your friends who are small boys.
Let me tell you something.
To advise you.
You don't know all in marriage until you start that journey.
So why would you go and start?
No. Let me tell you. Let me help you with
that
this.
The future is
Wait,
not
let
guaranteed.
me help you with this. Somebody that is 20 years old today and schools in Ogboromuto Primary School in the village, went through hardship, lost the father, there was no food, struggled himself, trained himself, did everything. And somebody that is 20 years old in Pristine High School in Lagos, that is being chauffeured to school, driven to school, back, and is 20 years, they don't have the same experience. And they cannot handle life the same
way.
You don't know the experience this young man has been through, that by 21 he's ready to get married. I don't even need to mention names. You need to look at, even in Nigeria today, a lot of people that got married early and their marriage is still standing. Have you not heard of full at 40? Somebody, I know somebody that is 50 years old and is not married.
Yeah.
And he's saying he's not matured enough. So the question, we should be advising this young man, he needs to reach out to his mother and find out what he needs to do and prove to his mother that he's ready to get married. For me, 21 years old, the guy don't reach to marry.
Well, if
you like reach 50 before you marry,
you're making a very good. You're making a very good point.
If you reach 40,
it's up to him to decide the advice you take, or to the viewers out there who will also make their comments on whose advice to take. He has made a very good point, but I still stand by my point that I think personally, if I were to advise you, I think you should still give yourself some time to develop yourself some more. You might have gone through hardship, but it's a different hardship altogether when it's emotional and romantic. The hardship you went through with your father, your mother, your brother and sister is different from the hardship you go through with someone that you are in love with. All right, who you give 100% confidence, you have 100% confidence in, rather. All right, so when you experience heartbreaks, you are not able to process it the way a 25-year-old or a 30-year-old are able to process it. Or somehow, I might be wrong. I don't know whether your intellect, your tolerance is higher than I am giving you, rather, and I apologize for that. But personally, I feel for your mom to be insisting that she doesn't think you are mature enough. There's no person who knows you better than your mother. Not him, not even myself, not even your girlfriend, because your girlfriend is only experiencing a perspective of you. Your mother knows your full package, apart from your romantic part, because she's not allowed to get that information. All right, but she can just have an idea of how you react to relationships. So apart from that, she knows you complete. So what you should do, in my own terms, is call her, sit her down, tell her, okay, mommy or mama, whichever way they call her, see. Apart from you saying that I never mature reach, see what I do. I love this girl. I don't want waka anyhow. I don't want go give belly. If I go give belly for her side now, so she go, how you go feel? All those kind of things. If you can speak to her conscience and she supports you, she approves that you are intellectually and psychologically balanced enough, then emotionally balanced, apart from finance, what I'm not saying you get. Obviously, you have one or two change for bank. You understand? Apart from those ones, if she can verify and say she don't vet you, say you are good to go, then I think you are good to go. But just give yourself small chance. Don't, you are sounding as if you are in a hurry. You are not happy with your mother for saying you should wait small, or she still wants to pamper you. Are you the only child?
Yes.
Oh, you are the only child?
Yes.
If I give you fly heading from here, young man, fly heading. Can you imagine? So you want your only son to leave your house at 21?
So you want your only son to leave your house at 21 because he doesn't want them. How would you want your mother to feel? Don't you know the reason? Say she go get lonely. So that is your reason. So because of that, you think the woman is justified to say the young man should not get married?
It's too early.
No, it's not correct. This is what I would advise you.
The only child. You just won't come up at the age of 21, even though you're out there on your own.
This is what I would advise you.
It is well, though.
You know, I seen that 21, so
you know, I love it. You love your man.
Listen me. If him born now, the children will go assist the mother. The mother will get grandchildren, and I will go follow the mother still. You don't know. Those are the things you should think about. But what I would advise you is simple. You need to discuss with your mother, and then you try to prove to her why you believe you are matured and old enough to get married. That you're the only child and the only son is not enough for her to say you're not going to get married. No. The earlier you get married, the better for your family name, because you're going to give birth to children, and then they will do what? Go and help and assist your mother. But like from the perspective my colleague is coming from, you need to be like he used the word emotionally matured, not just only financially matured. You need to be intelligent. You need to be psychologically balanced. You need to be prepared, because marriage is not just like your normal business. You bring in somebody else, but I believe you must have done what you need to do. So meet your mother, discuss with your mother, and if you can convince your mother, you go ahead. 21 for me is okay. You don't need to get to 40 years before you get married. 21 is okay.
Well, you don't need to get to 40.
I wish you the best.
Yeah, I wish you the best too. Forget the way I think they attack you. I'm just concerned for your mother, one, and I'm yet to be convinced about your true personality, seeing that you are still a very young man, and most young men, with all due respect, are not as smart.
All young
as
men
they
these
think
days,
they are.
21, many of them not ready to marry.
In fact, 25 said
They're never ready.
They're never even ready
So
to
you
marry.
see somebody ready, say never ready.
I don't know how ready.
Now you
I
are
don't
ready
know
for
how you ready.
that. Now you are ready for that. Well, our viewers, it's up to you. You guys can come in and give your comment and tell us what you think, how we can advise Chijioke, how we can advise this young man, and also not forgetting the person of the mother and also the lady he's getting married to. Remember to like, comment, and don't forget to share. Also subscribe to get our next reality series.
All right, now. Bye bye.